So we'll be starting with functions now. To define a function, we'll take an example of birthday function. Birthday function. Suppose we have two sets A and B. We have two sets A and B, where the first set denotes the set of students in a class. Let's say S1, S2, S3 and S4 are the students in a class. Let the second set denote the days of the week, say Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday. So these are the days of the week. The first set is the set of students in a class, the second set is the set of days of the week. Now if I want to relate elements of A with elements of B, we need some rule to relate them. So let us suppose that the rule is birthday. Let us suppose that the rule is birthday. I relate them using birthday. So if I choose a student S1 in a class, he can have his birthday on any day of the week. So let us suppose that S1 has his birthday on Monday. Now after assigning S1 to Monday here, what does it mean? S1 has birthday on Monday. So is there any restriction that S2 cannot have birthday on Monday? So S2 can have on Monday, he can have some other day also, because two or more students can have birthday on the same day. That means two or more elements of set A can be related to same element in B. That's what we conclude from here. So suppose S2 has birthday on Sunday, he can have on Monday also, but I am assuming that he has on Sunday. Now S3 can have birthday on any day again, he can have on Sunday or Monday as well. Let us say he has on Monday and S4 has birthday on say Tuesday. So you can see that S1, S2, S3, S4 all the students are having a birthday on some day or the other on set B. But you can see that no student is left out here because there won't be any student who doesn't have a birthday. Each and every student in a class is supposed to have a birthday, so nothing in set A should be left out. That's what we conclude. But there can be days of the week, like you can see Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, no one has a birthday. So there can be days of the week on which a student may not have a birthday. That means some elements in B can be left out, but elements in A cannot be left out. If I leave elements in A, what does this mean? A student doesn't have a birthday, which is not possible, right? So all the students should have a birthday, so every element of A is assigned to some element in B, but some elements in B can be left out. Can one student have many birthdays? Which is not possible. Therefore, you cannot say S1 has birthday on Monday and Sunday simultaneously, or S2 has birthday on Monday, Tuesday simultaneously. That means one element of set A you cannot assign to more than one element in set B. So keeping all these points in mind, if you relate the elements, we can imply all these things by one single statement by saying that every element of set A, when I say that every element of set A is assigned to exactly one element of set B, to exactly one element of set B. This statement implies all the statements which I have stated earlier. So the rule by which you do this, so you can say that the rule by which you are going to do this is a function. So what is a function basically? It's a rule by which we relate the elements of A with elements of B in such a way that every element of set A should be related only with exactly one element in set B. So that rule can be called basically as a function. And usually to denote a function, we put an arrow like this and write f over it, which means that f is a function defined from A to B. So here this is an example of the birthday function. And whenever f is a function from A to B, we symbolically denote it as f colon A forward arrow B. And usually we read this as f maps A into B. F maps A into B. So actually mapping is another name for function. So instead of using f is a function from A to B, we can also use f maps A into B. So let me give a proper definition of function now. How do we define a function then? Let A and B be two non-empty sets. If f is a rule by which every element of set A is assigned to exactly one element of set B, then this rule of assignment you can call it as a function from set A to set B. So if f is a function from A to B, symbolically you denote like this f colon A forward arrow B, and we usually read it as f maps A into B. And the set A written here is usually called as the domain of the function. This is called as the domain of the function f, so you say domain of f. And the set B is known as the codomain of the function, so we call it as the codomain of f. So in the example here, the set A can be listed out as S1, S2, S3, S4. So you can see that I have listed the elements like this, separating with commas. This type of representation is usually called Brewster form of a set. So the domain set is written here in Brewster form. and even the codomain set, if you list out, you can write in roster form as list out all the elements in set B. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday. Yeah, so apart from this domain and codomain, we also have to define one more quantity called range of the function. But before we define the range of the function, we will discuss something about image and pre-image. So let us discuss about image and pre-image. Now you can see that S1 has been assigned to Monday using this rule. So we usually write that as f of S1 equal to Monday, and we read it as f image of S1. F image of S1 is Monday. So basically the element of B which has been assigned to some element of A using this rule can be called as its F image. So when you assign S1 to Monday using this rule, we say F image of S1 is Monday. Like that, because I have assigned S2 to Sunday, we write f of S2 equal to Sunday, and we say F image of S2 is Sunday. So we read this as F image of S2 is Sunday. Similarly, you can write f of S3, because S3 is assigned to Monday again, you say f of S3 is Monday. And we read this as f image of S3 is Monday. So we read this as f image of S3 is Monday. And finally for f of S4, since we assigned S4 to Tuesday using this rule, we say f of S4 is Tuesday. And we read this as f image of S4. F image of S4 is Tuesday. So you can see that two or more elements can have the same f image. Like S1 and S3 are related to Monday, means these two are having the same f image. So every element of set A should definitely have some image in B, and two or more elements of set A can have the same f image in B. But one element of A you cannot have more than one image in B. So this is the criteria. Now, having known the concept of image, if you want to define the range now, if you want to define the range of the function f, we can define the range of f as it is a set consisting of f images of all the elements of the domain set. So you can say this is the set of f images of all elements of domain set. All elements of domain of f. I will say df in short form, domain of f. So for each and every element, if you write down f image like f of S1, f of S2, f of S3 and f of S4. So this set is basically known as the range. So if you want to write down the values, f of S1 we can replace it with Monday. And f of S2 we replace it with Sunday, f of S3 we replace with Monday, and f of S4 we are going to replace with Tuesday. So this is the range set. Generally in a set, when there is a duplication of elements, you can write it only once. So you can also write the range set as range of f is equal to Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So of course we can change the order now, and because Monday is repeated twice, you can write it once. So this is the range set. So what we can notice here is every element that you wrote in the range is a part of the codomain, but all the elements of codomain are not there in this. But sometimes it is possible that range and codomain are also equal. So based on that, we define different categories of functions like onto function and into functions. So but that we'll be doing in the later part of the chapter under kinds of functions. So with this now we have clarity on what a function is, what is the meaning of its domain, the meaning of codomain, the meaning of the range, and also the concept of f image.